Moving on to other stories, 3 U.S. sailors in Istanbul have been assaulted by Turkish nationalist protesters. In a video which they posted on ultra-nationalist website, they were seen trying to put hoods on them and chanting "Yankees go home." They also threw red paint and chased the sailors down a street. A U.S. military spokesperson who condemned the attack says the sailors returned unharmed to their ship, USS Ross, which was docked nearby. 12 people have been arrested in connection with the incident. Meanwhile, monitors from Europe's security body have revealed that vehicles apparently used to transport soldiers' bodies have been seen crossing the Russian-Ukrainian border. The OSCE monitors said in one case a vehicle marked Cargo 200, Russia's military code for soldiers killed in action, crossed from Russia into Ukraine on Tuesday and later returned. Ukraine and the West accuse Russia of sending its soldiers to fight with separatist rebels in eastern Ukraine. That's an allegation that Russia has continually denied. More than 4,000 people have died in the conflict between Ukraine's military and pro-Russian rebels. We're in India now, where Dr. R.K. Gupta, the doctor who carried out tubectomies on 130 women, has been arrested in connection with the deaths of 15 of them in 2 state-run sterilization camps in the country. Dr. Gupta and his assistants performed the operation on 130 women at 2 separate camps on Saturday and on Monday. And while more than 90 women remain in critical condition, 15 of them have already died. Citizens went on widespread protests when this was made known. It led to the state government ordering an inquiry into the incident. It's still not clear what was the cause of the death. Now in Paris, a tiger is on the loose, and the police as well as the fire officials are searching for it. Local media reported that a woman alerted officials after spotting the big cat in a supermarket car parked in the Montveren east of the capital of the French capital. The Montveren Council said its Facebook page in that area had been said that, beg your pardon, residents have been advised to stay indoors and children are being kept in schools. It's not clear, though, where the animal came from, and we don't have a word yet of whether it has been captured. For some outer space news now, after a historic but awkward comet landing, the rover Philae is now stable and is sending pictures, but there are concerns about its battery life. After 2 bounces, the first one about 1 kilometer back into space, the lander settled in the shadow of a cliff 1 kilometer from its target site. It may be problematic to get enough sunlight to charge its batteries. Launched in 2004, the European Space Agency mission hopes to learn about the origins of our solar system. That's the aim of the spacecraft landing on the comet. It's already sent back its first images taken on the surface.
What we know is that we touched down, so we landed at the comet at the time when you all saw us cheering and when it was announced. We had a very clear signal there, and we also received data from the lander, housekeeping data, and also science data. That's the very good news. Not so good news is that the anchoring harpoons apparently did not fire. So the lander is not anchored to the surface. And now we started to think about what could be the situation. Did we just land in a soft sandbox and everything is fine, although we are not anchored, anti-ADS did not fire? Or is there something else happening?
Dressing like royalty is now possible as an auction house in the U.S. is placing 5 dresses worn by Britain's Princess Diana on the auction block. For some of the dresses, this is the second time they're being made available to buyers, and if you dare, you can even eat like royalty. That's because a slice of cake from the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge's 2011 wedding is estimated to sell between $1,000 to $2,000. Other items in the 1,000 lot sale include collections from Marilyn Monroe, James Bond and sci-fi films. The two auctions will take place on December 5th and 6th.
Diana dresses sell north of 100,000. She's highly collectible. Museums love to own something from Diana because it brings people into the museums, because people have a fascination still with Diana to this day. Some of the dresses she actually sold at auction herself in June of 1997 at the behest of her son William, who urged her to sell the gowns to raise money for her charities. We know how good a humanitarian Diana was, always raising money, always supporting various causes.
A memorabilia of the Princess of Hearts. And that's the world today. Thanks for watching. I am Amarachi Ubani. Sports News is up next.